Evening, everybody. Hey, welcome back. Round two, season two of Ready, Fire, Aim. I'm your commissioner, Mike. Uh, I'm sure you know me by now. You guys are tired of getting my emails. Just like, what the hell is this guy talking about? Season two. Hey, I'm glad. I hope everybody had a good time last season. This makes some sense. Uh, we have a few minor things to kind of go over here before the season starts. Season starts next, not this Thursday, not the 30th, but it starts the 6th. Starts on 9/6, first game of the season. So we got to get our draft kind of squared away here. But first things first is League Safe. Mark, you asked about League Safe as to whether or not the League Safe is up and running. The League Safe is officially up and running. It's been up and running for a few days. I sent out an email from League Safe to let everybody know it's still there. We're going to do that. We're going to continue with League Safe. I liked how it worked. I think everybody liked how it worked. Everybody got their payouts in a very timely fashion, which is great. Big one little change that was suggested at one point. Somebody brought it to my attention. They would like to consider moving to a 2-division league versus a 3-division league. I've asked around on a few people. Most of the league so far has not made any beef. There's no outcry. That's to moving to a 2-division league versus a 3-division league. So at the moment, we are going to leave it the same way. I mean, as the Constitution says, we need a unanimous vote before we make any major changes to the league. So we're not going to make any major changes. But what I will do in contention is I will double check everybody's schedule. I think that was kind of the big issue last time, is that there were so many in division events that some teams ended up playing each other 3 times, and nobody should play each other 3 times. So we're gonna make an effort to avoid that. So everybody in division should play each other twice, and you should play a few people outside your division. That should hold water. Nobody should play 3 times. Brian Forth, hide and go luck yourself, is our co-commissioner for this league, so he's going to double check my changes to everybody's schedules to make sure he feels that they're fair, make sure they are fair, because they are going to be fair, and we'll go from there. That kind of rhymes. So the other things, so we're not going to change divisions. Everybody sees this silly guy right here. This is our league. This is our league trophy here. This is what your money paid for. This is what your league paid for. Congrats, 2017. Wood Alfred, nice job, guys. You guys came in steamrolling, and you guys keep kicking. So good job. As far as this season's concerned, I know I sent out a little mini trophy. So everybody who wins the league gets a little mini trophy. It goes with this guy. This guy was actually supposed to go out. I got a little lazy. I'm not gonna lie. I apologize. Winner of this season, I'm gonna send you a mini trophy just like this, a little piece of history, and then I'm gonna make sure you send this so that you can take pictures with your family. Give it to your kids. Maybe if someone's got a new baby, they're gonna be teething on this thing. I mean, who knows? Have some fun, and we'll send it. We'll pass this guy around. I think I'd like to see this guy get across the country, like somebody on the East Coast. Kind of pick this guy over. So the one piece of information that I think everybody's waiting for is draft, right? So this is important. So our draft is currently set for 9/2. That's a Sunday at about, I think it's like 7 p.m. Pacific. I know that's Labor Day weekend. If this truly doesn't work for a truck ton of people, tell me. We're going to fix it and we'll move things around. I want to draft it. I pushed it this far because I want everybody to get a good chance to look at preseason, look at scouting reports, to give everybody who really wants to do all the extra research and info as much time as they possibly could to get the info and go from there. But it's Labor Day weekend, so some people are going to be on vacation, some people may not be around their phone. Hopefully, we can make some time, but if something truly doesn't work, then it doesn't work. We'll deal with it. Then just talk to me, we'll square something out. This draft is only going to be 5 rounds. Good 5. It's going to be 5 rounds. Only 4 of these rounds are actually going to be through ESPN, so let me explain. We decided we're going to do an NFL-style draft, so the last place team drafts first, and the first place team are our Super Bowl champions, Byron. You guys are drafting last in the first and second round. So it's a NFL style, so it's 12-1. And at the end of the second round, we begin the snake. So the first place team, a Super Bowl, will draft it 1 and then 1. ESPN Fantasy, the way it's built, doesn't assist us in this process at all. So we're going to go around it by doing 1 round offline draft, which will start tonight. So the way this is specifically going to work is I'm going to shoot an email with the draft order to the entire league, which I haven't seen the first round pick get traded off. So hide and go luck yourself. You are going to draft first. Tonight, I will send out the email to the entire league informing you, Brian, that you were on the clock. And when you will draft, please do me a favor, reply to all. Send the email to the entire league so everybody has the league order and they have the picks. All right, so you're going to draft first and send it out. Reply to all, send it to the next person. Everybody try to finish this up. I would say, I don't want to rush you. We have some time before our draft, but finish it up as soon as you can. All right, do a little bit of research, check your options, check your compare to your roster. You're fine, and then send it on. So the way this will work is we'll do this one round offline. I will save this email. I'll put it off the side. I will print it out. I will staple it to my forehead if that's what needs to be done. When the ESPN draft comes up, you actually will be drafting the second round of our draft. So you're going to draft round 2, round 3, round 4, and the fourth round or the final round. 2, 3, and 4, and then 5. So the first 4 rounds of ESPN's online draft will actually be the conclusion of our draft and use the 5th round as a throwaway draft. Do me a favor, draft kickers, draft retired guys, it doesn't matter. I'm going to write them all down anyway as they all come through. Your 5th round draft, that's the guy that as soon as the draft ends, I'm going into everybody's roster, I'm dropping that guy from your roster, and I'm adding the rookies, or I'm adding the first round picks. So, again, at the same time, you should print out this list, staple it to your forehead, so that you don't draft somebody that's been picked. Because if you do draft someone who's been picked, that's your throwaway draft, right? Does that make sense? If the first round pick happens to be Saquon Barkley, because he seems to be like he's going to go first, and you end up drafting him with your 3rd round pick because he's sitting right there, that's a dropped pick for you. And you're going to jam yourself up a little bit in the 3rd round or this 4th round or 2nd round or whatever round you draft it. Do me a favor, just don't draft the first rounders we do offline. Just make an effort. If you do, you do, and we'll deal with it. It's not the end of the world. We'll pause it. I mean, we can pause the draft where we wanted to pick whatever, or we'll just count that as your throwaway pick. It's fine. One note to rosters. I know some people have said that they don't want to keep 20 players from their last roster. They're not happy with them. Hey, that's totally okay. You got to keep 20 players from season end to season start, or at least from season end to draft. Okay, you got to keep those players because that's how it affects the draft. If you don't keep all 20, you end up getting like eight rounds of draft, and you can't do that, right? Because everybody gets fair shots and everybody does this. Once the draft is complete, if you want to nuke your roster, nuke your roster. It's totally okay with me, whatever. You just make sure that you have 20 players going into a draft, and you make sure you have 20 players at the end of your season. That's all that matters. As soon as the draft is over, have a good time. I think that's it for me as your commissioner. I got nothing else to say. Play ball? Wrong sport. Seriously, guys, thanks for coming back for season 2. We're going to get some things squared away. We'll get this all up. I'm posting this video to YouTube as soon as it's done because I know everybody needs communication, and I'm sending out 2 emails. One email that says the video is up. It's a notation on rules. It's a notation on draft, and then the actual first round draft email is, like I said, it's going out tonight. So you suckers, the season is on. I don't know what you did, Byron. I don't know who you paid or who you told to suck it up, but it's not happening this year. Okay, I'm coming for you, and I'm coming for you hard. And, Brian, just a little note, buddy, old pal, good friend, you're on the clock.